And it's just unbelievable. All right, let's play this one clip because this I find, this is a clip number 3. And there is a zombie lie that should have been completely destroyed by what happened in Kansas, frankly. I mean, there's a lot of other places where it could be destroyed, but it is... this zombie lie will not die. And that is that the Laffer curve is real and that if you cut taxes, you will increase revenues. Now, it's quite possible that revenues can rise even though you've cut taxes, but that is different. That is a coincidence as opposed to a causal connection. Here is...
Liz Peek is her name.
Yeah, Liz Peek, longtime right-wing talker, former Wall Street executive on Fox News, pushing this lie.
The big lesson from what has gone on this year is that individual tax revenues are up. That's a big surprise because Democrats have said, oh, you're going to cut taxes. It's going to blow the deficit through the roof. What happens every single time, it happened when Reagan cut taxes, when JFK cut taxes, basically tax revenues go up. It's sort of counterintuitive, but basically the income level grows, and we've seen that this year. Income is now up 6% or so. And as a result, income tax revenues also grow.
Okay. First off, in terms of Reagan, Ronald Reagan raised other taxes that increased revenue. Social Security taxes went up during Ronald Reagan, increased revenue. Secondly, the economy has been expanding for years in the wake of the Great Recession. It's been doing it slower than we want, starting to pick up more steam. It was doing this in the last year of Obama's year. You can see the graphs. There is no sharp increase up. It is basically following the exact same trajectory. So the economy is expanding. Tax revenues were getting larger anyways. If you want to do an experiment to see what happens when you slash taxes, corporate taxes, when you do basically what the Trump administration did, you can go to Kansas and see where they don't have the ability to borrow money. And yes, our deficit has exploded. Do I think that's a problem? Not necessarily, no. I think we wasted the money, though, on giving millionaires and billionaires tax breaks, and they're not going to, it's simply not as efficient as actually giving that money to the rest of us. But if you want to see what happens when the government doesn't have the ability to deficit spend, which is basically what they did for these tax cuts, then go into a time machine, travel 4 years ago, and look at what happened to Kansas. Sam Brownback came in, did almost the exact same tax plan that Donald Trump did on a national level, and it almost destroyed Kansas. Destroyed their education system. It was so bad that the Republican legislature re-raised the taxes. So if that counterintuitive myth that she was talking about was true, we would be looking at Kansas and going, wow, what a success story, instead of like, wow, what a disaster. Sam Brownback would be running for governor again, or would be running for presidency because of his success, the Kansas miracle. Instead, he is literally the ambassador to the ether.
He was appointed, occasionally emerges to try to get fascists out of jail.
Right. He was named ambassador to religion. They keep him in a hovercraft, and he just hovers over the earth and just goes to religion wherever it finds itself.
Yeah, you're an ambassador to the religion. Mark Barnett.
They put this guy, it it's the equivalent of sending him to Siberia, because he is a walking reminder that this theory that if you cut taxes, revenue will increase is bunk. It's bunk. We are deficit spending. Every time you increase the debt, the public debt, you increase private equity. And so two things can happen that not be related. I brushed my teeth today and it rained somewhere. That's a coincidence. That is not, my brushing my teeth does not cause it to rain. But that is
it
the
rains so infrequently.
Right. That is.
That was a very Cedar style joke, actually.
That was good. That was good. It was a Cedar style joke. So hopefully that myth will die. But the failure of the Democrats to make more of what took place in Kansas, I think is going to come back to haunt them. There should have been far more talk about that.